you're back.
Alright, you guys, let's continue with the Outer Worlds 2. Even though we continue off with the series, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Let's get into it.
Ah, Commander. Caught me cogitating. Too much to do. Besides, I like staying busy. Beats the alternative. I was just thinking about making some tweaks to Val. Hoping it'll help. Ah, you know your automechs. All of the above, more or less. Val's old in automech years, so she requires a lot of routine maintenance to prevent her hardware and systems from deteriorating further. If that's a serious question, answer's no. She's got plenty of safeguards in place that would prevent her from harming any members of the crew, you included. Most times I find working on Val relaxing, actually. Meditative. It's nice being able to identify a problem and just fix it. That's it exactly. Everything else turns into kind of a low static hum. Easier to ignore. Val saved my life after Horizon Point, and she's been saving my life every day since. Partly, I'm just glad to return the favor, even if I am just putting off the inevitable. Anyway, I've taken up enough of your time, Yamri. But thanks for stopping by.
Close proximity to a rift of that magnitude is not advised. Some light dissociation from reality may occur. Unable to identify ship affiliation. Further investigation is advised. Violation notice. This Earth Directorate satellite has been tampered with, and its data extracted. Recommended course of action. Apprehend the perpetrator.
Looks like Earth Directorate handiwork. Not familiar with the model.
On behalf of everyone in Auntie's family, I want to thank our hosts for securing this wonderfully austere venue to begin our negotiations for peace. That said, it is deeply regrettable that matters on Golden Ridge have not been resolved. But I will now graciously allow the Vigor Laureate and his fellow shareholders the floor.
Madam Vice President, I and my fellow counselors share those grievances, but we are here in good faith. Peace between us will allow us to contend with the rifts, the true threat.
Be still, Cadre. But don't let this interloper out of your sight. It's you, is it not? The one Agent DeVries warned me to expect? Well, see here. If you intend to stop me, you're far too late. I certainly don't wish it. Yet my health is of far less import than ensuring our mission success. I've already cleared the way for my associates into the station.
This one's a potential font of useful information, dear. You just need to administer the proper application of force.
You'll do no such thing. My willpower is stout, my loyalty unshakable. And even if by some low chance you could extract my knowledge, you'll never truly understand. If our deaths buy Agent DeVries and our comrades the time they need, so be it. But you've not seen the mechanicals but it doesn't matter what you do. The rest of our team is pushing forward. Agent DeVries is right. The only way to save us from destruction is to save the Order from itself. But why would you leave me be? This situation is markedly different. Those at the monastery were not standing in your path. Is it? I may not know of this Earth... Fine then. I surrender. See, they're using the Seer's codes to gain control of the automechs and secure the station. All while Agent DeVries makes for the forum chamber to eliminate the delegates. You'll also need this. Her guards have commandeered some frightful reinforcements, and you'd do well to find the control hub to disable them before you're spotted. That's my end of the agreement upheld. If you truly intend to stop her, best be on your way now. May the numbers guide you.
You may now review the data that DeVries agents defended to their unnecessary combat-related deaths. This unit has re-identified the... This fence is impassable. Please seek an alternate means of passage.
Yeah.
is required to proceed.
This is good. If the Protectorate's own leader is beyond his death, he and his ilk won't anticipate an alliance.
He's not my sovereign.
Yes, right. Well, landing a... The Protectorate in this state will be something like wrangling a galloping redworm.
I am unfamiliar, but I presume that to mean it will be without exertion. If so, then you are perhaps even more ignorant of Arcadia than I calculated. The Sovereign, guide him, is as ineffective as you suggested, but his advisor, the Consul, is not. These executions, these impulsive attacks, are solely his influence.
Your previous sovereign was rather draconian himself, if your own historics are to be believed. Do not act like the current Roth emerged from nowhere.
I could perhaps say the same for you and your reputation for putting profit over people. But instead, I suggest we pivot our discussion back to the real matter at hand.
Looks like those mechs are on their side. Their side. Shame. Could have been useful.
Emergency protocols ready.
I'm ready.
Please seek treatment.
Standing by to stupefy.
Benefits available.
Narrowing the gap to my crew!
Locking them down. Torpification in progress.
I'd like to discuss your efforts on Paradise Island. We may have no physical presence there, but we are ever watchful. Our observations suggest that matters have been delicate.
The Protectorate's accursed relay destroyed our peaceful, liberated town of Fairfield. Their map killed many and for productivity.
The best, then, that you did not manage to bring the refugees of Westport to your door? Yes, we heard of that, too. I'd like to discuss your efforts on Paradise Island. We may have no physical presence there. Ever watchful. Our observations suggest that matters have been delicate.
The Protectorate's accursed relay destroyed our peaceful, liberated town of Fairfield. Their madness killed many and crushed our productivity.
A tragedy. One that could have been foreseen. Perhaps it is for the best, then, that you did not manage to bring the rift. Yes, we heard of that, too.
Turn our attentions once more to Golden Ridge. Our troops still demand answers for the unprovoked attack on outpost opportunities. What will you do to resolve this?
Firstly, that we, the Order, did not attack. A rogue proctor by the name of Svoboda did. Her dastardly plot was revealed, and she was promptly executed.
Ah, so the Order is capable of decisive action. I had doubts after hearing about your monastery. Even though the hostage is yet...
I would remind you that these innocents survived because of the situation. Do not appreciate the insinuation that we allow chaos to run rampant on our watch. Chances are high that any erratic or people's meddling in our affairs.
Ridiculous. Next you'll be claiming we're to blame for all of your past failures.
According to my analysis, neither of our parties has enough goodwill with the other to proceed directly to an alliance. A swift end to the war is highly improbable.
My records do
You
not
had to run
indicate
a
that any
quaint
of
predictive
our
model. That conclusion? Did your numbers give any insight into making this more worth my while?
Good spot for what I used to call opportunistic field resupply and intelligence acquisition. Or a quick ransacking. Good spot for an ambush. Mind your corners.
Agent said his agent's help needs.
This next shot won't miss. Die. So predictable. Firing. Refraining from a gratuitous penalty. I see you. Predicting bloodshed. What are you doing down there? I can hear you scampering around like a little sprat.
Fortificator is charged.
Have you given up? 0.01115% increase in humanity's betterment. Oh, have you given up? Tone theological fallacies. I can hear you scampering around like a little sprat. What are you doing down there? Fine. Cross that bridge and see how well you fare.
Locating that threat. Locking them down.
Updating delegates' likelihood of survival based on all available factors. Warning. Delegates in imminent danger. Hurry, Commander.
We came here in good faith to offer a merger and an alliance. And yet, the will still be at each other's throats by the end of this. Is this really what you want?
It'd be foolish to even consider an alliance when you so clearly wish to bend Arcadia to Auntie's will.
Should the fighting intensify, and it shall, it will be due to your pride. Presiding Bishop Ruth Bassar already possesses the foresight necessary to lead
Might as well be served up on a platter. We don't have much time.
Until you acknowledge this, I fear we will never reach an accord.
Foresight is nice, yes, but what about the entrepreneurial mind? Damn you. We may have lost our brightest when Fairfield was destroyed, but there are promising...
You have a nasty habit of arriving at the wrong time, Commander. History repeats itself, doesn't it? You show up attempting to disrupt my plans, only for me to submit you to an untimely end, though I'd no wish to. I only did what was necessary back on Horizon Point, and I am fully prepared to do so again. These delegates you came to save, I'm killing them both, and any hope for peace will die along with them. This is the only way if we hope to close the rifts before it's too late.
Auntie's choice has done little to alleviate the refugee crisis it helped create. Indeed, my projections may be accurate. You are more interested in what you can steal.
Dear Vicar, you are not yourself. Perhaps Auntie and your bishop should continue these talks. We'd be happy hosts. We do enjoy dazzling guests with a tour of our stolen artifacts.
There is only a 14% chance that you are jesting. No. If anyone in Arcadia
Well, it certainly didn't take long for your insolence to rear its ugly head. Taking one life or two, or losing my own, matters not, so long as I complete my mission. The one I started, but the Order saw fit to abandon. You don't know the half of it. Everything. The Order is on the verge of learning how to control the rifts. They just need the right data, and a prototype modulator that's hidden away in a Protectorate lab on Praetor. But like the Protectorate before them, Auntie's Choice must never have access to that technology. No. The Order's seers approached me after I arrived in Arcadia, and proved to me that I needed to act, to stop the Protectorate's rift research from annihilating our galaxy. You were an unwelcome variable. Prior knowledge could have changed your actions, and the seers had predicted that you and your team would perish in the process regardless. I tried to put it out of mind when you and I first spoke. I had to focus. But all I could think of was the cost I was being asked to pay to ensure the mission's success, and I forced myself to complete it. I trusted that with Horizon Point's destruction, humanity might be saved, but it wasn't. It was only the start. I must finish what I started. That's not what happened. Your presence disrupted their equation, and the mission could not risk failure. And I didn't kill any of you. I simply did not interfere. Whatever you think of me, it wasn't so simple to sit back and listen as they met their ends. Every instinct I had was yearning to act, but I could not. On the contrary, I'd say it takes real strength to carry this out and suffer the consequences after. I know the distinction matters not to you, but it does to me. And what happened there forced me to search for a way to stop the rifts. To stop the thoughts that plagued me. You recall what I said of the rift modulator? Of the data? It's the only way to control the rifts. And only the Order can be trusted with this power. You know who these corporatists are. How they deal with their competitors? Imagine now how a war spurred by greed might be won, when fought with rifts instead of guns. You see? The Order must not sacrifice their principles for a childish attempt at peace. If they don't complete the mission they started, everything I have done will have counted for nothing.
As a member of the Order for a few decades, I might have something to say about all that. Backing up just a moment, I'm intrigued by your layperson's grasp of Order teachings. Oh, and also your unsophisticated, though exceedingly confident attempts at reasoning.
And just who in the Void are you supposed to be? Some attention-starved initiate tricked into following the commander here?
Marisol Delgado, formerly of the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection. I once held the role of head intercessor.
Oh, Law, you're... the end point? Just stay back. You won't stop me from doing what I must.
You believe you understand the Order, do you? Being enlisted as an outside agent is nothing compared to a lifetime devoted to contemplation and calculation. I'd suggest you have a superficial understanding at best, and thus ought to seriously reconsider your present course of action.
Your so-called experts were the ones who set me on this path to begin with. It doesn't matter. Nothing you can say to me will change the issue at hand. If I'm to give the Order the means to close the rifts, the peace talks must end. 2 dead delegates? That's a fair price to pay. We've paid worse. Is that so? Please then, enlighten me on how you might save the Order from itself. The fact that they're even entertaining a partnership with a void-damned corporation puts the lie to that. Proves they'll sell their precious beliefs if it's convenient enough. But even if what you say is true, there's no undoing the past. Not for me. I don't belong here. And the Earth Directorate's nothing more than a memory. This mission is all I have. So if you won't leave me to carry out my plans, Commander, then all that's left is your bullet. What? I knew you had gotten past them despite my orders to kill you. Yet you showed them mercy? No. It doesn't matter. You've made it clear you despise me for what I've done to you, to your crew. Now you wish to convince me that you want me to live? Do you actually? I want nothing more than that, but I just didn't understand there was another path I could take. Not until this moment. I see now that my judgment has been compromised. So we will do this your way. No harm will come to the delegates, and I will stand down. But there's more you should know. I've recovered a cartridge from the Earth Directorate satellite I brought down. It's here, with me, and it contains the Rift data gathered from every system they monitor. If you process this data, you can use it to improve the prototype Rift modulator on Praetor. Once that's finished, the rifts can finally be closed. Everyone will be saved. That's kind. But there's a reason I only ever worked alone, Commander. I'm at my limit. I know you can save us. And this cartridge will at least give you a head start. There's also a high-priority message from the Chief of Ops on there. I was unable to decrypt it, but you certainly have the means to do so on your ship. It may be 3 years old, but hopefully the information it contains is still relevant. Here, it's yours. May the numbers guide you, Commander. Wait, what in the void is that?
impendingly disastrous to imminently catastrophic, this seems... well, we should run.
Follow me, quick!
Essential personnel. On a scale of impendingly disastrous to imminently catastrophic, this seems... well, we should run.
Follow me, quick!
Don't stop for anything. No time to dally.
This is an urgent message for all Earth Directorate agents. The spatial rift situation has deteriorated significantly. The rifts threatening a majority of our colonies and our Earth Directorate bases, including this one, have entered their final stages. If you see a rift that looks like this, you are in grave danger. You have at most a matter of months before everything in your local system is destroyed. The seriousness of this situation cannot be overstated. Therefore, Directive Alpha Omega is hereby invoked. You are fully authorized to do everything in your power to find a way to close the rifts. Along with this message, the entirety of our rift data has been sent to your local surveillance satellite. Analyze this data. Law willing, you will find a way to unlock any secrets it has resisted yielding to us. The fate of humanity now depends on you.
Acknowledging receipt of emergency mission parameters update, including activation of Directive Alpha Omega. Commander is now released from any and all agent guidelines. The full parameters are as follows. The agent has full authority to handle the mission in any manner they see fit. No exceptions. The extreme nature of stated emergencies supersedes any other considerations. I have also detected competing priorities in the new mission objectives. The surveillance data from the satellite confirms DeVries' assertion of a prototype modulator on Praetor that may be used to manipulate rifts. Acquisition is required to be able to bypass any new or existing miniature ground-level rift anomalies you may encounter. You are also tasked with finding a way to process the Earth Directorate rift data. The archive computer on Cloister would be best suited to this purpose. agents are permitted to cooperate with local governments and other political entities at their discretion, even under normal directives, which you are no longer bound by. Both Auntie's Choice and the Order have previously controlled the archive, and may be open to working with you to regain access. Seeking their assistance is recommended. Coincidentally, both delegates also escaped the station and have sent messages expressing gratitude. It seems they feel they owe you their lives and have asked to meet with you at their respective headquarters. The Order of the Ascendant are concerned with the elevation of humanity. While lacking experience in governance, they would be fair partners and open to reasonable solutions. Auntie's Choice has the firepower to more easily succeed in battle and greater experience in management. They would likely be receptive to a free agent such as yourself. Whoever you assist will be better positioned to take control of the archive, and by extension, the entire colony. Careful consideration is warranted. There is also one other, less likely option: persuading the two factions to work together. The delegates you helped save may be able to help facilitate this. Returning to mission objectives. Do you have a preference for which to pursue first, Commander? Acknowledged. Due to the rift's expansion, both Cloister and Praetor show a high preponderance of miniature rifts. Proceed with caution. It is worth noting that the Order of the Ascendant is headquartered on Cloister. You have also received a message from Auntie's Choice. This unit can relay its contents now, should you wish. The message has also been sent to your private terminal. Greetings, morally gray potential contractor. You've been pre-selected for membership in Auntie's Choice Esteemed and Valuable Disposable Agent Program. Report on board the ACS Undisputed Claim for details on this exciting opportunity. Signed, Auntie Cleo. It appears you now have permission to visit Auntie's Choice headquarters aboard its flagship, Commander. You may use the Astrogator to navigate there at any time.
What is wrong with you? How about we start with how you benched me? Even when you knew how important this mission was to me. And you let her live. How could you? After all the damage she's caused. After what she did to us at Horizon Point. That sort of thinking never would have slowed DeVries on the draw. I know you've your principles and all. Only wish you'd given my request to come as much consideration as you gave hers to live. No, you shouldn't have. I need some space for now. But I'll be ready for whatever comes next. Once I stop seeing red. Need some alone time for now. Commander. Commander. A short-range transmission just came in from Zeb. Sounded urgent. He's requesting we meet him at the Tomb of the Matriarch, here on Praetor. It's where the Matriarch and First Sovereign are buried, supposedly. Zeb left out the mission parameters. Probably worried his message might be intercepted. Not unfounded, given the protectorate presence on Praetor. He did say he'd reach out to us again if he needed help. Reckon we should take it as a compliment. Zeb doesn't trust easy. Anyway, I'd really like to go. If there's time. Much obliged. The sooner we can rendezvous with the tomb, the better. Got the sense that whatever's going down, it's happening now. Turn your lamps on that building over there. Reckon that's where we'll be able to get our hands on the rift modulator.
Protectorate control of Praetor has largely been achieved through the maintenance of a blockade. A survey of Praetor indicates there may be an alternate route past the blockade via the Automech factory. Automech factory.